One of King's favorite. He's been here dancing off air mummy since senga mbadde waneno. Tujja tutandika bakwatira behind the scenes mulabe kigenda maaso before we get on air. But welcome. It's a wake up call. My name is Nema Diana. I'm here with the King of Radio. It's a beautiful Monday. The weather is there. It's almost raining anytime.
It actually looks like it's going to rain.
Yeah. If you went to school, they used to tell us, what is the weather today? The weather now is sunny. Now the weather is cloudy. Yes. So King, you were taking us through the new stuff that the government is imposing on schools and parents.
That would be very helpful for our children is this space where now lavish things, for example,
cars, working out, private jets.
Exactly. Yeah. They actually said hiring cars, choppers for school proms is definitely banned.
Parents, listen, because this is important.
Hiring cars. And hiring choppers for school prom parties is banned. So this business.
So what do I do if that's the car that we use at home normally?
No, first and foremost, are you at school?
Yeah, I'm at school, but it's prom, and I need to be dropped off, and my father only drives these big cars, the ones that you feel like are being hired. In that case, what do we do?
Some of you come from humble backgrounds.
Oh dear.
Some of you come from humble
backgrounds,
you know what I'm saying. So that in there also caters for quite a lot, so as we get to understand some of these nitty-gritty details.
The thing is, so if I hire a Primo, it's okay, but if I hire a G-Wagon, it's not okay.
Do you know most of these kids have been hiring those things when they actually don't even go to, they're in boarding.
So
now Diana, I'm speaking as a kid. A former kid.
And a kid always sape.
As a former kid and a very pompous kid. I was the plug for all those things. In all the schools I've been to, I was the one organizing parties.
Okay.
Watch together. I put in my own money the same way. That's why people ask me why I put a lot of money in my gospel events. It's because it's the only way I know how to. You understand that I have done those things before. I have been doing those things before, and then I've done those school parties, and I've invested in my own money. Now I'll give you an example. All my school life, my parents thought I was paying between 600 and 800,000 shillings, but as a matter of fact, I was paying 150,000 shillings school fees. So I had a lot of money on myself.
So parents thought, parents thought it was 600 and more.
And I would get from 2 people.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll get from 2 people.
But fees was 150 plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I would pay whole year.
That's a lot of money for a young kid.
When I saw me kasubi nasasula mwaka mulamba when nakole fujjo eri nkana kite bangoba because nalimba banja mwaka mulamba. That's how I managed to stay in one school for a whole year. One kasubi. Niwe nakuba musomesa era nakuba students neva ku police nenzikayo. Natasa kungoba mubanja munyenya mwaka mulamba okitegeera ate nabikolera mu first term. So that's how. Now this whole time yes nepangisiza, but also, and guess what, rent was 100k. So the only thing I would do was buy shoes. So I used to buy a lot of shoes.
Even up to now, you still
so I buy a lot of shoes. So katinga lunaku manyi uboera kusomera nga go yambali nga toye buli lunaku. But what I wanted to say is that when I grew up, I still channeled that same energy for my Christian events. I buy me issues with money. Sente is the last thing to rule me in my life. You get it?
Yeah.
We were laughing. I think we were laughing with you last time. We don't have money.
I'm saying sente tofugika. Yeah.
Benny nakugamba we live extravagantly. We tuba tuzine banze ziriwo. Honestly speaking, Diana, every day I have woken up without money.
All the times that I've gone with you somewhere, King. After that event, wherever we've gone, you're like, I'm like, Kingo inamu.
Nganga mazija alabika.
Manyisaga akutyamya nga gato oyinamu imiritota mugobadde kitugende tukyame. And before you know it, you order whatever you like. Before you know it, you're paying. And I'm like,
hey, yeah. So me and Ben and Jalid and Hassan Germany, we I do those things like money nzejja komangu. Yeah, era mukama yanyamba nnyo, to be honest with you. I think the only thing I'm great, one of the things, not the only, one of the things that I'm really grateful for my wife is the fact to get me in a particular line, and
to discipline you,
of thinking,
hold you accountable.
Yeah, hold me accountable.
But now you're overspending.
Yeah,
now this is impulse shopping.
I still do impulse shopping. I still want to discover. Era nsanga ekintu ekipya ku shelf nze omu kubabigula.
How does it taste? How does it work?
Nagulako nenywako nenkireka ku counter owe nyini nyine nenkisasula.
Noga kiganye.
Kyagaana. Yes. You know, one sip like this, I realize this is not for me. Did I tell you my Kazire story? Now,
the word itself,
Kazire, when we've just come, I be there. I didn't have money. I had walked 12 to Vobana Kubulira Wenjiri. Nefu necheza. 2,000
K.
Kaninanga mufoku kyokutambula maleyo kanfunemu ekyokunywa wano n'ekyokulya olugendo lweyongereyo
9
okitegedde ngangula kidonati kyange bino donati bino kyali kyalwasa
kibomu
kati nyingira no, it was a cake actually.
Okay.
Then I mpita went to shelf ngamane
drink
kanakapya
kekajokola
kakazire
kameka
lwasa
omugaga enamwe bilize mpita
counter bagira bati nsumula ku counter wennyini nkasoma, because I have a habit. If I enter, by the way, if you ever find me eating, I think people have found me eating in supermarkets all their lives. Please just know that is me, and I'm not about to change. I like it. Because when I buy something from there, and they see na patience, intende walira mangu.
Utandikirawo.
And then, so what happens is that nsumula cake yange njirumaku. Mama kadri kati no mwana ali ku counter antunulira bwati ngaga no guy.
This guy combination of Kaziri
I didn't know
and
why she was looking at me like that. Kati nganuzu much as admired the guy. Nanga atesagadde kola mu malalawo. So I thought I got it. Bro, I open Kaziri, I put mama byonna nabiwandula wala. Okitegeda, it was the worst feeling ever, and I hate that drink with a passion.
For those of you that don't know Kazile is more like aloe vera.
Yeah.
Ichigaji. It's very bitter. There. So if you've tasted something bitter, Kazile
that was
very,
the
very
first
bitter.
time.
But I think
it
just looked that.
Even when I am sick, and then the doctor says, I hate that thing. So, but again, to be honest with you, now I know what it means to be at school.
Yeah.
Nga yutoyinamu, nga obadde wakabi, you understand that. Nga you want to prove a point to your fellows. And most people who fall for that are the famous kids, Diana.
Yeah.
Kubanga famous kid baba musubiramu okulagawo ko. Then your man
but I also think that ideally prom is for showbiz, really. It's for
no, it's not for showbiz. Can we end on dresses and end on dresses and suits?
Sure.
Then people dance and stuff like that, because ideally it's supposed to be that, not how it had actually gone to.
There is a statement that you made that hours, like those times, it was just what you said. It was speech day, what? But this one is prom. But the other one wasn't prom, because we literally would just get simple dresses. Leavers party. Thank you. Looking back at senior four, movie. Vijay Juniors agenda interpreting
naye today people order for Javas, order for Serena, for nogamba na
what's up?
Ate nga guess what? Ogula buguzi ka jiniko ne mulumba short ne mulumba ku beach. Rivers party yabera ne mudde ekironga mulekana. Naye today kids show up, flossing in suits, tuxedos, and I'm like, girls in ball gowns, flowers. I don't remember giving a flower to any girl in
now it's
school.
more like a date. You get someone who is your date.
We are putting kids into relationships that they're not supposed to be
but
in.
aren't they dating? They are.
We used to also date them.
Yeah.
No, we used to date.
For us, but kubidanga coupling.
It was different. Buchomanya buli somero lyankuba coupling. Buli mwaka naberanga ne coupling. Naye nga ate
kuva ddo badde muzibu.
Mbadde muntu wa baby nnyo naye nga mbagabira abalala. No, I was an go between.
Oh yeah.
Now you need a girl.
Middleman.
You need any babe.
Yeah.
Gwe Justin mpaayo wane ekitwalo. Nze mukutuusize nga atakkiriza.
Kati gwe capital gwaina is confidence.
Yes. I've always been a confident kid. Always been a confident kid. I'll die with my confidence. I will go everywhere with my confidence. You need a girl, and I've been a friend to girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally. So what happens is that I can always get you any girl you want. Now I even upgraded to a level of girls who like a guy who is shy. Ngena muyiwamu hadi guy mugamba bino bisobola bino bintu byangu kwandika baruwa ejo gena kagena gamba yes. Kuma mwana ali yakiriza danga yantuma.
Chocho. Can you imagine? That's very sad.
Nenji delivery ngana ngamba byangu bwe bityo konza byangu kamukutuseko ne wano olweggulo. Mutule mukiri nga nze ndi kama ne making guy. So I made money really. I had money I did. So really like school had to go back to the old days because this new age of school ain't fun at all. Yeah. Ain't cool, ain't nice, ain't amazing at all.
They're fun.
No.
They're fun.
No,
I think it's more fun.
It's not Dana. One of the conversations z'abaana abo nga bali mu WhatsApp.
Abaana balala muko.
Bali mu image.
By the way, parents,
stickers.
Check those phones. Check those phones.
Stickers. Today's kids bateeka awo taswa kwana munne nga ayimiridde awo. Ne wano ku simu abeera amuweereza bu stick obusuggestinga. Ne kati ffe twalina confidence from day one. The same way I saw
this. To write letters.
Yeah, that's the same way I saw my wife grandma. Hey baby, you're in for a ride, baby. Yeah, are you single? Because I'm single. Yeah, because I'm single. Go with the next chimara bwe chona inagwa.
This time like so fast. What is this? Like what is this now? We are done working.
Bye.
What are you saying?
Until
tomorrow. We are going to